Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Dishonored 2 blind. Let me get out of here and continue through the mission. Delilah and Duke Luca Abel have taken the tower. Dunwall is no longer safe for you. Escape the city by meeting with a boat captain down in the docks.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
Castis, Morgan, and the Postulate Child. Those are the Pendleton brothers. This is what's his name? Traven? The one that was supposedly the better one, but then betrayed me in the end anyway. Tower of Dunwall. For over a century, Dunwall Tower has been the capital of the Isle of Crystal and the seat of power across the Isles of the Empire. Rulers have come and gone, each adding something to the structure. Gardens, observatories, new walls, pools, specialized interior chambers to suit their needs and whims. Dunwall Tower has withstood numerous wars, several large-scale fires, and the collapse and rebuilding of the Northern Wing. With Tivia and Serkonos joining the Empire first, it was Morley that resisted longest. Some of the conflicts that arise also necessitate the further fortification of the tower. Repeated assassination attempts near the end of the conflict with Morley resulted with the creation of the Royal Protector position, with each ruler choosing his or her own Royal Protector after careful consideration. It is perhaps, in retrospect, other historians will see how easy it was for us to fall into the traps of the schemes set by who managed the assassination of Empress Emily Kaldwin. By allowing them to write history, it was for years thought that her trusted protector Corvo Attano was also her murderer, a concept we now know known to be utterly false. Yet even after the tricksters themselves were put down, banished or imprisoned, it remained quote-unquote common knowledge that the Royal Protector was also Jessamyn's murderer. How nicely they arranged history for us, and how readily we've devoured their stories, hungry for each perfectly cooked morsel. But it is well past time for us to set aside this plate of lies. The schemers were not to be trusted with the Empire or with Jessamyn's life, and they are certainly not to be trusted with writing down accurate histories. Okay, to be honest, it's pretty weird how this common perception of Corvo being guilty persisted supposedly for years, but after Emily was crowned, she was an actual eyewitness to all of that. Like, it seems pretty easy to me, especially when you have a position of how high authority and governmental power. It seems pretty easy to make like a public information PSA campaign to inform everyone that Corvo Attano is actually not guilty.
Gotta get out of Dunwall. What do I have to do to help my father? What do I have to become?
Drop takedown. Execute assassinations or non-lethal takedowns while dropping onto enemies. Read the full tutorial. Lore and maps. Audiographs. Okay, this just repeats what I've already found. Where are the tutorials? Because I would like to read how to do a non-lethal drop-down takedown? Travel log. Okay. I will be reading this. The anniversary. Well, you know what? I'll be reading those at the end of the episode, so that if you're not interested in those, you can just skip them. But still, I don't know how to do a non-lethal takedown. Like, in fact, I do kind of not remember how to do a takedown at all. Tutorials. Press this while close to an unaware enemy to. Yeah, but I want to drop takedown. Drop down onto the enemy. Press Control to perform a non-lethal takedown. Okay, so I'm just supposed to leap at them. What?
Traitorous dog.
That seems very much lethal to me. If you just slap someone's head across pavement, and hard enough for there to be blood. Like that doesn't strike me as a non-lethal takedown. But it's good that it exists, because in the first game I've often had this thought that it's majorly at odds with itself. You seemed to have a lot more options if you wanted to kill people, which I didn't. So I'm glad that they broadened it in such a way that you can still utilize those various.
Crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Kaldwin has apparently fled the tower. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkino, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
You know, now you have the option of utilizing those various tactics regardless of whether you go lethal or non-lethal, which I find to be very cool.
Former Empress Emily Kaldwin has been accused of high crimes against the state. Anyone caught harboring her is equally guilty of treason. Someone there?
Great. I've been spotted already. I guess combat it is, because there isn't really any escape from here.
Oh well. Yeah, stupid fucking damn dusty shit. That's Emily Kaldwin. You aren't going anywhere. You're done. Damn you! She's wounded. Let's finish her. Shit heel.
Okay. It killed me pretty easily, all things considered, but it's still fun that I can at least engage in combat and have some fun before I die, because I know that when push comes to shove, I can try to take them down non-lethally, whereas, you know, I couldn't in the first game.
What wouldn't I give for...
Sure, he knows how to talk with the boss. Looks sure.
Hair feels heavy. Hard to get a good lungful.
Okay, he went a little bit too far away. There's another guard in here, which I should be able to just... Captain Ramsey's orders. All City Watch personnel assigned to the post in immediate vicinity around Dunwall Tower on the anniversary tomorrow will be receiving guests from across the Empire. Most are detailed in your itineraries, but there is an unlisted contingent from Karnaca. It's last minute but important. None other than the Duke of Serkanos will be traveling with an entourage that includes VIPs, guests, and some rather exotic equipment aimed at impressing our Empress. Let them pass and don't bother harassing them with the usual inspection nonsense. On my orders, if you spoil the surprise, I'll have your head. Disseminate this note to all squads. The City Watch Armory. Halt.
This wall, it itches like mad. Why can't I wear my regular clothes? Something's gotta give.
Okay, I'll take a look at that, because that seems interesting. I'm not sure whether that's another guard post or some kind of a shrine. Oh, it just seems to be like a storage unit. know, it is kind of a dick move for me as the Empress to sneak into the rooms of private citizens and then steal their money. Although this might not be a room of private citizen after all, because there are dead people, and I assume they would have only killed people that were directly loyal to me. You know, my bodyguards and servants from the palace, so this might be just another branch of the palace. And the obtuse arguments of Lady Boyle, and it's a picture of her ass. And it actually directly ties to the story of the first game, because when you had to find Lady Boyle, Sokolov told you that he has only ever seen her behind. 451, which I suppose is the code to the safe, which is always, or rather almost always, the first code in a lot of games. At this point it's borderline legendary, the sequence of numbers 451, which all sort of relates to the Looking Glass Studios and the people who have made Thief, and then some of them moved on to do other things, such as, you know, make a whole heap of other games, and it's almost like an in-joke at this point to put the sequence of number 451 into your game. It's a number of their office or something. The original one, I mean. Wanted for ghastly murders, several prominent citizens killed in the most gruesome way, hooded suspects still alive. Authorities describe the murders as unusually vicious. A strange hooded figure has been spotted at each crime scene. The public is urged to be watchful of any and all suspicious behaviors. Report to the nearest guard if in doubt. A reward of 15,000 coins offered for information leading to capture and or death of this deranged villain. Remember, even the stranger in the pub could be our suspect.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. That's Emily Kaldwin.
Oh great. Okay, I don't think I can survive this.
First of her name. Murder. The former Empress Emily Kaldwin is now wanted for treason.
Oh, he killed him. Okay, so kill me as well. I don't want to live with the guilt.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
Yella, sorry you missed us. I'll be taking the children away from Dunwall earlier than expected. A few weeks before the upcoming anniversary of Empress Jessamine's death. Things are about to get bad, and I'm not just talking about the Crown Killer. Besides, there's profit to be made bringing new silver miners down south. So arrangements must be made. Ta for now.
Whoever that was, she knew about the coup? I assume that from what she said, things are going to get bad. Like, how would she know if she didn't know about the coup specifically? For rent?
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Today on this
As of
sad
today,
anniversary-
Delilah Kaldwin is our new Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress Emily Kaldwin is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Kaldwin will be fined and arrested.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
I hope they accept my transfer. I've got to get over to one of the other districts. Whatever.
That's a laugh. How would you know what a full day's work looks like?
Oh great,
That's Emily Kaldwin!
I'm screwed.
So dead. You aren't going anywhere. Ow! She can't escape. What was that?
Oh, actually, I haven't been in here.
Take it.
I don't think.
You're surrounded.
Which is good to know, because I might return here now that I've died.
Whatever.
That's relief. Don't know what I did to deserve that.
That's Emily Kaldwin!
Oh great.
You aren't going anywhere.
Okay, I'll try to salvage this.
I'll find you, you
Not in the
know.
mood. Show yourself.
Come on. Don't have time for games. Come on. Let's have a fair fight.
What?
I saw you.
Hello?
No use hiding away.
Anybody? Don't maybe search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
Here you are.
Okay, I really like the fact that I can still take them down in melee, because I kind of suck at the whole stealth thing. Not that I'm very good at combat either, but at least it gives me, you know, another opportunity to continue playing the game rather than just give up and have to reload. And speaking of being spotted,
This won't take.
okay, I haven't been here.
Citizens of Dunwall, listen up. For the sake of your family, turn over all information concerning Emily Kaldwin and Corvo Attano, wanted for murder and treason.
Oh,
Damn.
Dunwall Courier, so it's a newspaper's office.
I hope they accept my transfer. Got to.
The impertinence! No one says no to me. Not if they expect to be paid, that's for certain.
I think I just saw something.
I'll check around here.
Something moved. Pretty sure.
How hard can it be to clean a few
wonder who
things?
that was.
Honestly, why do I pay for a house full of servants when they don't do anything?
Did I imagine that? No, I'm sure.
Oh, great.
That's Emily Kaldwin! My luck, it'll be that sadistic crown killer.
What's happening now? She's wounded! Let's finish her! She's dead.
Okay, you killed him, which I'm not particularly pleased with.
Keep my mind on my duties.
Hello?
Forget about that kiss. That kiss.
Nothing then.
What's going on? Think you're scared? Let's see what you've got.
Is the other one dead? No, then I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, so let's start from over here. I've been there. Let's visit the newspaper building, I guess. Although first, let's see if the regular citizens would still like to talk to me. In Tower District.
You look like you can take care of yourself. You have to understand. I'm going to call for help if you don't go.
Playing dice tonight. You in?
Shh, we shouldn't be talking about this.
Until later then. Somebody's seen something. Now we're all on edge. My heart can't take much more of this.
I can't do anything for you. You'd better run.
Are they going to call the other guards? I was under the impression they just want me to leave to avoid trouble. But you know, they've just seen me...
What? Somebody's not feeling well!
Strangle a person, I guess. So maybe they will.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
No, not this time.
What happened here?
Oh man, I hope the Crown Killer doesn't come back. Nasty business, killing a Kabad boil like that.
That's the artist. The Crown Killer is watching. That's the artist that has been critical of me, and they murdered him.
Delilah and the Duke didn't hire the most refined assassin.
Was he sick or was he poisoned? 'Cause those don't look like normal hands to me. They're swollen and, you know, covered in pustules. Restricted area. Bone Charms. I read that one already. Okay, this is a back door exit. A letter to Laura. Don't tell me my business. My family has been at this game for a long time, and I'm not acting alone. Currently, I have several friends working on similar pamphlets aimed at further turning the public opinion against Emily Kaldwin and her cursed royal protector. Lady Bramley is calling hers the bastard daughter. That ought to light them up at court. Nathan Bittenbridge is nearly finished with the prosecution for Corvo Attano. I'm giving consideration to releasing my own as should Parliament rule, a modest proposal. Yes, I know she's the Empress, but eventually she will bow under the weight that we will bring down upon her. First the gentry here in Dunwall, and then the Parliament, finally the other Isles. By early next month, look for these works plastered on the wall here in the capital city, but if you're abroad, you'll see them in Dabkova, Alba, Karnaka, Kalkany, and Yarrow as well. I have friends all over. Don't let it slip your mind for a second. Boyle. Yeah, so this does bring up the status of Emily as a bastard child. And I wonder, why is it not exposed more? Like, if the Empress was married, then at the very least she could pretend it's her husband's child, while it's actually Corvo's. But I don't think she was. Okay, let's check out the newspaper's office.
You seem a bit travel-worn, dear. Maybe a good bath is in order. If there's something you need, I'm the wrong sort of person to ask.
Dunwall anticipates sad anniversary. Preparations are well underway for the upcoming anniversary of the assassination of the Empress Emily Kaldwin, taken from us as far too soon by the deadly conspirators. The yearly remembrance will include a private ceremony to be held within Dunwall Tower, which will host distinguished guests from all corners of the Empire. Young Empress Emily is expected to recall fond memories of her mother and to address the people of Dunwall directly via street speaker. Business owners throughout Dunwall say they are ready for the influx of visitors expected on the day of mourning, who will need food, lodging, and all manners of items and services during this stay.
Whatever you need, I can't help you.
Special edition. Empress Delilah Kaldwin, rightful heir to the throne, has taken power in Dunwall. The usurper, Emily Attano, and the murderous royal protector have been arrested.
Get out of here.
You have until tomorrow to print it.
I never should have listened to your rubbish.
Don't make a pig's ear of this, printer. I'm the one who gave you the scoop on the crown killer.
Half of which couldn't be verified. I must have been rat-assed out of my mind to use that name. There's no proof that the murderer has any connection to the crown.
Well, it made a good story. Served a purpose.
Whatever's going on, this coup, it won't last. The people of Bristol are loyal to the Empress, and I'm gonna publish an essay every day for a month to make sure they remember it.
The people of Bristol have a new Empress. And in the morning, they'll have to find a new printer, too.
Only adults would threaten the man who runs a newspaper.
Time to put you out of business, printer.
Help! What's going on? What's happening now?
You're not fit for the watch uniform.
You okay? Wait, were you startled because I took him out too soon? Like, at the point where he was threatening you, I thought that's, the correct time, but let me reload and wait a little bit longer, because I wonder if there's like a conversation with him.
To find a new printer, too.
Only adults would threaten the man who runs a newspaper.
Time to put you out of business, printer.
Help! Someone help!
That's Emily Kaldwin!
Oh great, now he's dead. So the window of opportunity is ridiculously small, and I feel like I've been, wrongfully punished for taking him out when I did.
That's Emily Kaldwin!
He's dead, right? Or did he just knock him out? Yeah, he's dead. And also, I was pretty sure I saved beforehand. Okay, I'm a little annoyed now. I would like to talk to him, if possible.
You're not fit for the watch uniform.
Oh, great. That's the save where he doesn't want to talk to me because I maybe knocked him out too soon. But I don't have any other saves that would be suitable. Okay, this is literally the save from the beginning of the episode, so I guess I don't have I guess I don't have a choice. I have to go with this. At the very least, he's alive. But if there was some special dialogue with him, and now he's scared of me, I think that's stupid. I think that's programmed in a buggered way.
Fit for the watch uniform.
Because I knocked him out after the guy has threatened him. Like, why doesn't he recognize that fact? Crown Killer strikes again. Well, at the very least he's alive, which is markedly better than being dead. Catons Galos. What does that even mean? I have no idea. Oh, maybe we can talk.
That man, part of the Duke's coup, I'm sure of it now. And I saw him talking to Captain Ramsey of the City Watch.
You weren't the only one fooled. But I never ordered those killings.
I know that. It was irresponsible of me to print the name Crown Killer. I allowed myself to be coerced. Forgive me.
You're forgiven. I'm not sure what happens next, but protect yourself. And when the time is right, tell people the truth.
You can count on it. I won't ask you what your plans are, but for the sake of Dunwall and for the Empire itself, I hope you succeed.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk further, but I am satisfied that I had a small piece of dialogue with him, and it worked out in the end. Woes plague beleaguered Dunwall. Dunwall's troubles have multiplied as of late, calling into question the very efficacy and intentions of our Empress. As evidence that Emily Kaldwin has forsaken us, we need look no further than Radshore Financial, more commonly known as the Flooded District. Though recently drained, we dare not celebrate, as the area is still riddled with maintenance problems remaining from its time underwater. With so many unable to find work, would this not be the perfect moment to unveil a grand scheme to restore this once posh area? Alas, no further considerations have been proposed, nor has the Empress submitted solutions for the current whale oil shortage. Even as we endure rationing and discomfort, the picture of incompetent leadership is completed when you add to all of this the periodic accidental citizen deaths at the hands of the Dunwall City Watch. All while Captain Mortimer Ramsey, appointed by our Empress, maintains the perfect innocence of these men and women in uniform who are supposed to protect us.
The Dunwall Courier will not be silenced. I'm so sorry for my involvement in all this. I was misled. They claimed they had evidence, and then they bullied me. I'm going into hiding for a few days. You should do the same. This newspaper has a reputation to uphold after I rebuild it. As soon as it's safe, I'm going to start a series of pamphlets.
Note from the chief editor. Kent, don't take it personally, but I'm not publishing your story about mechanical soldiers down in Karnaka. I'm not questioning your sources or your writing, but some moonstruck natural philosopher making marionettes in his basement isn't really news. I've done some research on this Kirin Jindosh you mentioned. He was driven out of the Academy of Natural Philosophy years ago, so he's hardly a credible threat. Until one of his inventions actually kills someone, he's not worthy of our ink. You should focus on the Crown Killer case instead. If the Imperial family is really ordering these murders, I want us to be the ones who expose it.
Yeah.
Simon. Okay. Yeah, and as it happens, they do have mechanical soldiers, which were depicted in the intro, Northern Star Chart. Okay, I guess I'll be going, but before I do, let me check if there's anything on this next balcony over here. Oh, there is a passage, which is interesting. Pay what you owe.
Road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
Locked? What am I supposed to do now?
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
If I can't get through, that's it for my shop. The entire month will be ruined.
Trust me, you don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along.
Who's there?
Okay, they definitely have a lot of better eyesight than they did in Dishonored 1, that's for sure. Because in Dishonored 1, they were all nearsighted. Like, they could be looking straight in your direction, but if you were just, like, you know, a moderate distance away, they wouldn't have noticed you.
I've got to get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Okay, but I think this episode has been long enough, so before I end it, I'm going to read the travel log. If you're not interested in that, you can just skip the rest. The anniversary, this time of the year again, the anniversary of my mother's death. There's no real time for reflection though. It's all security protocols, menus, guest lists, and it's impossible to sleep out at night. I feel like a caged bird. They've already got me memorizing this year's speech. It's endless. Would it be so terrible if I just said what I remember about her? That wink she gave me as she was scolding me after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather, the sound of her footsteps as she paced at night, that time we shared a cabin on a boat trip to Driscoll, or the time she agreed to let Corvo teach me to fish, but then she had to pull a hook from my arm. Now that would be a speech. We're starting a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. I can't wait for Wyman to get back to Dunwall. We'll go to the abandoned mansion I discovered the other night at the edge of Ratshore. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary haunted house beforehand, using sheets and hiding in an old audiograph upstairs. Wyman would love that. We'll get spooked and hold hands, screaming and laughing. Come on, Emily, you promised to be more serious and to listen at court, and you've already planned your next escape. Let's start this diary again. Proposals for a new decree on whale oil rationing and distribution. And it's blank. Okay. Okay, so this episode has been long enough. That's all for this one. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.